Hey guys, happy Thursday. It's episode 133. Welcome back to the show. Hey guys, what's up? It's Jacqueline. Happy Thursday. Welcome back to the show. Woo! Let's do a podcast. If you're new, I'm here 7 days a week. I'm at the gym right now. I'm at the mental gym. Okay, I'm working on myself every day of the week. So hit that subscribe button. Join me on my mental fitness journey here on the Jacqueline Monroe show. I've never said that before. That's basically what this is. Now, it's been 133 days in a row. I feel like this is my daily workout, my brain workout. I can't recommend it enough. If you're going through it, if you're coming out of 2020 like, holy shit, I'm not well, start talking to yourself. Find a little microphone on Amazon like I did. Start talking to yourself. Anyways, hit that subscribe button. Head over to patreon.com/tjms to support the show and get access to my exclusive Patreon-only content. I do shout-outs. I do phone calls. I post videos there no one else sees. I post pictures. Go check it out. Patreon.com/tjms. Ow! All right. So I just want to say this. I'm also on YouTube. Okay, subscribe to my YouTube channel. But I was thinking this right before I recorded. How weird life is. Okay, my 7th grade dream was to become a YouTuber. And I never did it. And my entire adult life, the first half of my 20s has been like, I should do it. I should be a content creator. Da, da, da. And it's wild to me that now I'm doing YouTube 5 days a week. And I didn't plan on this. This all happened super organically and randomly. But I was thinking about that this morning. Like, whoa. I went from zero to 100 overnight. It's wild. I'm living my dream. This is my passion. Anyway, so I had that thought this morning. But anyways, let's talk about what I got up to. We're going to talk about yesterday. I'm building my immune system right now by walking through the city. I feel like it's going to be the best way for me to, build my immune system and my best defense against the virus. So we're going to talk about my journey through the city yesterday. We're going to talk about kind of going on yesterday's theme or continuing on the news theme. I'm going to be talking about the inauguration, some Biden news, some current events, because I don't know, I was reading about this morning. I thought maybe I'll just share it with you guys. Might be the first time you hear it. I might be the bearer of news. What is it called? The messenger for you today. So yeah. And then I have a thought. A thought to share. Again, this is like, my mental gym, my audio diary. Let's just start with a thought. So my current goal right now with myself, maybe this is something you could do too, or you've already mastered. I feel like I actually sucked at this for so long, but I'm currently paying heavy fucking attention to that little voice inside my head that talks me out of doing hard things, that talks me out of doing something that's challenging or like a bitch task or a workout or healthy eating, anything like that. I'm paying real close attention to that motherfucker, and I am nipping it in the ass, and I'm basically telling it to fuck off every single time I hear it, and I'm doing exactly the opposite of what it wants. And it's like, no wonder, when I think about it, I'm like, no wonder I was depressed last year, because I was in this state of inaction. I kept allowing that inner voice, that little bitch voice, to get the best of me, and I wasn't taking action on anything I wanted to do. Anything that would be healthy for me, that would make me happy and productive and moving forward in life towards my goals and what I need to do with my day-to-day routines and health and everything. So I'm like, the other night I noticed, I told you guys, I didn't want to go on the walk to finish my 10,000 steps because that was a goal this week. It's just a small goal, and I was like, no, fuck you. Fuck you, voice. I'm doing this. And I was like, that's it. You just have to have a little alarm that goes off in your head every time you notice it, and do the opposite. Just squash it. So that's my current thing. I'm just, I guess, paying more attention to it now, or clocking it in my brain when it happens, instead of just like making excuses and being a piece of shit. So, because you know what? I have to take accountability. My depressed situation last year, I was like, oh, coronavirus, lost my job, current events, this is situational, blah, blah, blah. But it's all my fault. Like, everything I was doing was, it was just not, I wasn't being a boss bitch at all. I was being I was just, it was sad. I was listening to my inner bitch voice and letting it take over me. And anyways, so, but maybe there's some chemistry going on in my brain. There is, according to my doctors. Like, I do have some issues with my serotonin levels, and it's just like it's just a thing that I have to manage and deal with. But fuck it. All right, now we know what I'm working on. Pay attention to that voice. Tell it to shut. I don't want to swear. I just swore way too much. Sorry, Mom. I know that was a lot for the first part of the episode. So, we're gonna do this backwards. Should I talk about last night or today? I mean, today was simple. Basically, got coffee, went on a big walk around the city again. I did that last night. I'm going to talk about it, but I went again. Did some work, and I'll just let you guys in on what I'm currently investing in and researching and trying to understand really well in the stock market. It's wild. Every time I talk about stocks, I get a notification. My stock is up 10% right now. Let me check it. Don't look in the reflection of my eyeballs to see what my account says. If you're on YouTube. Holy fucking shit. Okay, so this is great news. And this is right in line with what I was going to talk about. I'm studying EV stocks. Electric vehicle stocks they're hot right now. If you know anything about lithium ion batteries, they're seeing like 23% annual growth right now. And these batteries are, so basically I'm trying to like understand this potential gold rush in the next decade with all these vehicles going electric. And yeah, so I don't know, I took like a good, I guess like it was like an hour, it was like an hour of like going back to college and studying the stock market. I just sat myself down and really focused and read, and it's something I'm really interested in right now. So yeah, if you want to know like what's Jacqueline investing in, I'm into a lot of, yeah, I'd say EV stocks. Just trying to I don't know, jump on the fucking train, because I jumped on Bitcoin. But do you guys know, okay, speaking of Bitcoin, the guy that he's got $250 million in his Bitcoin account, but he has 2 password attempts left until it will encrypt itself or whatever and dissolve. And you can't like call up Bitcoin. There's no customer service. There's nothing. You have to literally remember your password or else. And this poor guy has 2 attempts left. I don't know what the latest news on it is, but anyways, that's fucking wild. You guys might have heard about that. What a shit show. Like, I don't know. Bitcoin's wild. I watched that Impulsive episode with the Bitcoin guy on it, and it's just it's a different language. It's so complicated, and anyways, so got a little Bitcoin, nothing I'm super proud of. It's not going to change my life, but it's been crazy to see the last couple months how it's boosted. Like, it's up to like 40,000 today. It's nuts. Okay, so that's what I did this morning. Coffee, walk, work, stock research. Because here's what I'll quickly say about the stock thing and why I'm into the stock market. I feel like it's one area in my life or one part of my education that it's not like I didn't receive and get taught about, but I didn't I had zero understanding of it. And so now I'm just really interested. I'm trying to like understand it top to bottom and get involved. And it's like I always say, the only way you can really get ahead in this fucking country is stocks and real estate. So figure one of them out. Got to invest. You got to put your money somewhere so it can grow. And you guys know all this. advice because, you know, it's like, fuck. Okay. All right. So anyways, like if all of your money is sitting in a Chase bank account, you're fucked. That's it. So put it somewhere where it will grow. Next topic. So we got to talk about how I'm boosting my immune system in the city. So I went on a walk yesterday through the city of San Diego. And first of all, I was like, why don't I walk into the city ever? Why do I always go through the neighborhoods and the suburbs and the beach? Like, why do I never walk into the city? And I literally live, like, I'm in the city, but I walk out of it for my exercise and for my walks and runs. Like, it doesn't make sense. So I finally walked through the city thoroughly, got my 10,000 steps, and I was like, the scent, it smells familiar. What's this smell? I was like, what do I smell? And I was like, it smells like London. And I'm sure all cities smell like London. Like it had a scent that was so intoxicating. It's like a combination of concrete. Here and there you smell a few cigarettes. Like, just, there's a scent. Cities have a scent. And I've missed London. You know, I've talked about how much I want to go back there and everything, but I was like, I got to get into the city every fucking day to like it's like that, you know, when scents take you back, smells. I was like, oh, what have I been? I've been here. I've lived in this apartment for about a year and I haven't been, like, I just don't mill around like I did yesterday. So whatever. I'm walking through the city. So there's that. It smelled like London. And, you know, I'm watching a homeless man give himself a haircut. I'm seeing all these homeless people. And all I got to say is we got the nicest, I don't know, maybe it's because I'm used to Seattle's homeless or I've been around them more. The homeless people in San Diego are so nice. Like, I was walking home and I had to go under a bridge and I was like, passing by a couple. I don't even know what I was looking at. They had some screens. It wasn't like a laptop. It almost looked like an iPad or like a Chromebook, something like that. This guy was doing like a DJ set on an app under the bridge. They had a speaker going. They're sweeping the sidewalk. I was like, these are the nicest homeless people I've ever seen. They're all friendly and happy. It's like, maybe it's because they're in the sun and they live here and it's not like hell where you're in the rain and cold in Seattle where I'm used to seeing homeless people. But I just have this sense that the homeless people here are for being homeless, they seem pretty happy-go-lucky and nice. And like, I don't know. I recognized that yesterday. Again, it was like my first time in a minute trekking through the skyscrapers. And because here's the thing, if I'm ever downtown, I'm like driving there to go out, Ubering in, I'm parking myself somewhere and I'm like going to the building. I'm not walking through it. So anyways, I think what else did I like wrote about my experience through the city yesterday. Let me see if I have any other notes. Walked around the city, nicest people here, I swear, I wrote. I don't know why I never walked through the city. I'm right. This is all the shit I wrote in my note yesterday. Watched a homeless man give himself a haircut. Smells like London. Oh, I bought soap. So I've been out of dish soap for 2 weeks and I've been not out. I've been like on my last drops, right? And I have to like, I ordered it on Amazon, right? And I'm like, why isn't it here? Why isn't it here? I looked and it says there's some sort of issue with I have to go and approve something to get this fucking soap delivered. I'm like, fuck that. I canceled it. I'm like, what's happening? It's been 2 weeks. So anyways, I walked into a little shop and bought some soap for my dishes. And, you know, I was like, all right, I'm not going to be the asshole who has a plastic bag. Cause, you know, he's like, do you want a bag? I'm like, you know, I'll just carry it like a football. I literally said, I'll carry it like a football. And I put it under my arm. I had a water bottle too. And my phone. I had a lot going on. I walked home like 2 blocks like with a big jug of soap. So I wrote that. And I also wrote, I think walking around the city will be great for my immune system. Yeah, I don't know why. I was like, oh, that's funny, or oh, that's because you know, it's like when you're in a city, it's grimy, man. It's there's some grossness to the air and the people. It's just like it's you kind of like touch your face after you walk through the city, and you're like, there's like an extra layer of what is it? Smog or whatever the fuck. I mean, it's a clean. I'll just say this about San Diego. Downtown is so clean and nice. Like, it's so. I'm walking to the city every single day. In fact, I went this morning to smell London again, like smell the city again. But anyways, shit. So yeah, walked home, tired as shit, watched Your Mom's House last night, made some dinner, went to bed. That was it. So yeah. I'm a city girl. Small city, big dreams. No, I'm from a small town, went to the city, and now I'm finally exploring it. Like, literally, Jacqueline, all of 2020, the world's going to shit. Everything sucks. All you needed to do was walk into the city and take a whiff to feel better. Because there's something about smelling the city. This is so fucking weird. Maybe I'll title this, like, smelling the city, smelling San Diego. There's something about that though that it like makes you happy. It releases some sort of dopamine or something that makes you feel good. I don't know. And I love walking past people smoking cigarettes because that always reminds me of Europe. It always does. I don't partake in that, but when I smell it, it makes me feel like I'm in Europe. I love the smell of people smoking. I'm like out on the sidewalks, outside. It's so nice. So, anyways, I thought I'd tell that story, guys. I'll walk through the city. Had a great time. Got my 10,000 steps. People are friendly. Homeless people are great. You know, I only had $2 cash with me, so I was like, you know what? I walked past a homeless man with no hair. I read his sign. All I saw, like in the corner of my eye, was the word cancer, and I saw his hair. He was going through chemo. And he's sitting out in front of like a plaza where there's so many people sitting and eating. And I'm like, I saw cancer. I saw him. Walked about 10 steps, checked my wallet, $2, went back, gave it to him. I just feel like if I have cash on me, it's impossible for me to walk past a homeless person and not give it to them. Because I usually don't have cash. That's the thing. I usually have just cards, you know? So whenever I have cash, I'm like, I will feel like shit if I don't fork over this cash for them. Because cash to me is just like, it doesn't do anything for me like it used to do when I was a kid. Like cash, having a bunch of it in my wallet was like such a big deal, where now it's just like, I don't know. I never really carry it. I mean, that's probably bad. I feel like you should always have cash on you, but I gave this man a couple bucks. That's all I had. And you know, and I hate when people come to the internet and they tell their followers, oh my God, I'm charitable. I give people money. I help the homeless. But I'll say this, there is something to be said about when you help someone, how it's a win-win, because it's like selfishly you feel so good. It like helps you feel good about yourself, and then it helps them. So I don't know. I think it's better to, it's like, okay, it's better to give a homeless man money than not. So why do I feel weird about telling guys this? Whatever. Okay. So I have a banana next to me. I don't know why. I told you guys I'm obsessed with bananas right now, and it's currently on my head. Go to YouTube to watch. I think I'm addicted to bananas. Okay. I ate 2 bananas yesterday, and I don't know if you're on keto or, I don't know if that just triggered you if you're on keto, but is that like 5,000 carbs? Like how? I literally ate 2 bananas yesterday. What's wrong with me? I was like, this is a snack. This is a dessert. I literally had this after dinner. Why do I want bananas so much right now? Is this a potassium deficiency I'm trying to solve here? I don't know. But I've been enjoying bananas. I did put one on the table today for the set design. Set design is very important when you're a YouTuber. So check it out. Go to YouTube. I got a banana on the bill of my hat. So anyways, I don't know why I just mentioned that. Let's talk about the current events. So Biden's given a speech today at 4 p.m. He's going to be talking about the virus, the economy, stimulus. Apparently, the $900 billion stimulus bill they just passed was a down payment to a $3 trillion stimulus package he's trying to put out there and make happen, which would give us all like $1,400 to make the stimulus check, the $600 we got, $2,000. So there's that. Then he'll be talking about extending unemployment till September 30th, which would be it would extend unemployment. It's so fucking crazy. This is like, money isn't real. Just understand money is not real. When you hear this shit, it's like fucking wild. And then I could talk about inflation, how this will all work long term. If you guys are curious, I can sit and chat about that. If you're like, how the fuck is this gonna, like, I can go into it. But anyways, the unemployment will be extended till September 30th, which is, I think the end of September is when they put together their new budget. It's like when the budget gets put together, so it'll be extended till then. But it'll have the extra $300 or $400 tacked onto it. Like, what in the fuck? People need to fucking work. Stop giving them a reason to not work and giving them more money. Like, we need to work. So it's just wild. Like, it's fucking wild. But he'll be talking today at 4 p.m. I'm going to be live streaming it. No. What if I live streamed it and then, like, I don't know. There's some other news about the inauguration. Apparently we got Lady Gaga, Jennifer Lopez, and JT Timberlake performing. Lady Gaga will be singing the national anthem. So that's inauguration news. Biden will not be taking the Amtrak into the inauguration. Apparently this is a tradition for him. He goes from, what is it, Williamton, Delaware, his hometown. Apparently throughout his career as a politician, he's been taking the fucking Amtrak from Delaware to DC, and he had planned on doing that. The president-elect, Joe Biden, was planning on taking an Amtrak to his fucking inauguration. I guess it's like sentimental, like, oh, you know, I've been doing this for my whole career, now I'm gonna just do it again when I become president. But instead of, like, I don't know, the fucking a plane, a private jet. But now he's not doing it because of security issues. You know, the FBI's been briefing him about the 20th inauguration day, and shit's gonna be wild out there. And now apparently the troops going in, it went from like 15K to 20,000 National Guard. 20,000 National Guard, more than double the amount of troops on the ground in Iraq and Afghanistan. Afghanistan. In DC to protect Americans from Americans. So, what else is there? That's pretty much it. Yeah, I just read Biden's not taking the Amtrak. So I don't know what his transportation is going to be, but that was the news. Lady Gaga, Jennifer Lopez, Justin Timberlake singing, that's news. I don't know. It's just a wild world. You know, it's back to what I was saying about inflation and stimulus. If you look at history and look at World War II, literally our debt, it becomes irrelevant over time because of inflation. I think I'm saying that correctly. Like, all that debt we had from World War II, it, like, evaporates over time. So all this extra money getting pumped is scary, right? But based on history and based on the past, like, this is probably just gonna become less relevant, our debt, in the future. I don't know. I don't know. Honestly, I'm speaking out of my ass. I just feel like I don't know. So we'll see. Today's going to be interesting. I'm going to be tuning in, watching the president-elect speak. Apparently, Pence is attending the inauguration. Trump will not be attending the inauguration. Well, no shit. I guess that's what fucking Trump said. Should I look up other shit? I like looking at headlines on, I will not look at the New York Times. They keep asking me to pay, and I will not pay. Here we go. People.com. Why not go to people.com? I never go to people.com. If you're looking for a website to visit today, just go over to patreon.com/tjmsshow. TJMS. It's a great place to hang out with me if you want to become a patron. As I'm loading this, I'm telling you guys about a better website. People.com. No, this is not news. I want to go to, let's just go to the New York Post. Yeah, why is everyone reporting that Grandpa Biden is not taking the Amtrak? Literally every headline is like this. Here's one from People.com. Joe Biden reportedly no longer plans to travel to his inauguration via train. I wonder if Amtrak stock is just doing shit today. Let me look. Does Amtrak have a stock? I'm pretty sure they do. Amtrak. AMTR? No, I don't know. Yeah, I don't want to go to People. I was on the New York Post just for the dramatic headline reading. Here we go. What else? Okay, yeah. National Guardsmen sleep on Capitol building floors amidst threats and violence. Okay, so Tim Kennedy, shout out Tim Kennedy, posted, because people are losing their shit over our troops sleeping on the ground, laying around, no cots, no meal, no like sandwiches getting delivered and shit. But he wrote something. I'm gonna read it. Maybe you follow him and already read this, but for some perspective about our military. And let me just pull it up here. I mean, this guy's a G. I love Tim Kennedy. I'm going to read his post, his latest Instagram. He's posted a picture of the troops, National Guard, like laying around at the Capitol. Here we go. Tim Kennedy. I find it infuriating to see the outrage over our soldiers sleeping at the Capitol. We have been at war for nearly 20 years. We have had soldiers sleep on the dirt floors of bathrooms in peasant villages. We have had soldiers electrocuted in showers built by local contractors. We've had our soldiers blown up, maimed, tortured, burned alive, and hung from bridges. But now there's an outrage because our soldiers are sleeping on the marble floors of our Capitol. Wherever you assign our military, you will find sleeping soldiers. They will sleep on everything and under anything. How many of our soldiers are sleeping in the sand in foreign lands tonight? I'm glad that they are there. I'm glad that they are going to ensure a peaceful transition of power. But your pathetic virtue signaling that you somehow care about them is beyond disingenuous. Don't pretend that you care for police officers now. Don't pretend like you care for our soldiers now. Don't only care for them when it suits your manipulative purposes. Care for them when it suits... care for them at all time. Care for them all the time. They are our nation's heroes and the protectors of our freedom. That's it. You know what? This is how shit works now. And it's been working this way for a good decade, especially because of social media. I want to just call out the left here because it's a trend. It's an ongoing trend with them and how they handle things. People are exposed to everything going on in the world now because of the internet. We're in the information age. At any one time, we can see pictures of horrible things happening to people that make us feel sad. And I'm using this, I'm speaking about this because when you've got all these people virtue signaling, like you said, you've got these people, and this isn't just for our military at the Capitol right now, this goes for think of every social justice movement you've seen. It starts out as someone of privilege, someone who doesn't have it that bad, basically seeing someone getting oppressed, seeing someone having it hard in life, seeing someone have their, something awful happen to them in their country or their gender. Like, you can just name like 50 things. Like, go for it. They see that and they go and babysit it. They're like, we got to take care of that person. And that's, you would think, oh, that's positive. Like, we want everyone to love each other and help each other and pull people up from the, you know, but it goes too fucking far. It's like everyone it's like these people, especially far left, are like, we got to take care of everyone, right? We got to make sure everyone's okay. And then it's like, in itself, it's like oppression. It's like, or it's, what is it called? It's like telling people that there is systematic oppression, or what is it called? Systematic racism, or black people are, you know, oppressed in this country, all this stuff. It's like telling just by saying that, okay, in my opinion, so I don't know why I'm bringing Black Lives Matter up, but I don't know. Just like none of this shit makes sense to me, because it's like other people talking. What is it? Okay, I've said this before. Let me think about it. You're basically telling someone else how they feel by doing that. You're like, hey, troops laying at the Capitol, you should feel like shit. Your back should hurt. Your back's probably hurt. You're probably starving. You probably really want a cot to sleep on tonight. That sucks that you have to lay on the hard marble floor at the Capitol. That sucks. Oh my gosh, these pictures are so traumatizing. All these soldiers packed in there, laying around. They must feel awful. So these people, these privileged fucking people, virtue signaling, are putting that on them. They're saying how they should feel and they're basically making up these stupid ideas and stories around it that make whoever's in charge, putting them there, look bad or look like a piece of shit for not providing them these cots and these beds and these cushy things. It's like, it doesn't fucking work that way. These are our military. They're doing their jobs proudly. It's part of the drill. Not everything is cushy and everyone needs to be babysat and taken care of, and you know. So, but yeah, back to social justice movements. It's always someone of privilege babysitting the oppressed and like starting a movement around it. And basically, I feel like it keeps people down. It doesn't build them up. It actually, like, it should come from within. It should come from these marginalized groups that they're, I don't know. It's like, why are all these white people talking about Black Lives Matter, for example? They should have zero role in Black Lives Matter. It doesn't make any sense to me. But that's just me. Maybe I'm like, the white people are the ones telling them, oh, you're, you know, oppressed. There's systematic racism in this country. Okay. Mm-hmm. And then there's so many, it's wild when I see all these Black people come forward and they're like, what the fuck? I don't feel that way. I live in America. I have the best of anyone else in the world. I have a great life. It's great being in this country. I'm Black, but I'm fucking privileged and I have all these amazing opportunities just by being an American and living here. So, I don't know. That went places. I didn't know what I just feel like, but yeah, Tim Kennedy, shout out for saying that about our troops, because people need perspective. They need to just stop virtue signaling and babysitting. Everything's an issue. Everything is like, we gotta put a Tempur-Pedic mattress under it, feed it chicken noodle soup, like build a little house over, like everything's gotta be cushioned. I don't know. All right, I'm just gonna move on from this topic because I'm already like insecure that I even mentioned all that shit. But you know what? Maybe I'll just put the banana on my head for comedic relief. That's what happens when you're a podcast host and you don't plan on what you're going to say and you end up saying something and then 5 minutes later you have regret, but you don't edit your podcast and you post it anyways. And this is episode 133 and I should probably leave right now. Guys, I'm addicted to coffee. I'm on my 6th shot today, so just know I'm blaming the caffeine for my rant or whatever I just did. So I got an Apple Watch coming tomorrow. Shout out Mom. She got me an Apple Watch for Christmas. I'm so excited to get it. But I have a Whoop strap as well. So I don't know what to do. I'm like, do I cancel? Are they going to do the same thing for me? So should I cancel Whoop, which I love, keep the Apple Watch, or wear them both? Like, I don't know. I'm excited about that. I don't know. What else is I going to update you guys on? I got a few errands to run today. Work to do. That's it. You know what? I'm calling it here. That was I feel like I did my best. I learned a lot. I got a guy on his bike wearing a red hat with a towel under it. That was funny. He had looked like it was like hair, but it was a towel under his hat. That was kind of funny. Mamba neighbor was out about 5 minutes before I started recording, so I couldn't talk about him, but he's still walking his dog. You know, he's still killing the game with his fitness. I haven't seen, guys, I'll be honest, I haven't seen his wife / fiance / girlfriend in like 2 months. So I'm going to pray for him. I don't know if they broke up, but she has not been around, and I'm curious what's happening there. So I'll keep you updated on Mamba neighbor. I still have slamming door neighbor slamming the door every fucking time she goes in her apartment. And like I've said before, I mentioned her a long time ago, but we have the same door, okay? I don't know why mine doesn't slam and hers does, but it's obnoxious and it's like aggressive and like, I'm home, I'm gonna slam the door. It is a slam. I don't think the building shifted on her side and the door sticks. I think it's an intentional slam. So still got her. I got my other neighbor who's shares a bathroom with me. Last night we were both doing our skincare routine together. I like how I was gonna end the episode and now I'm not, but I'm like putting on my skincare and our cabinets, like the mirrored cabinet that opens, I'm pretty sure like she opened hers too at the same time because I like heard it and I heard her standing there. She like talks to herself and makes like noises. Like she makes sighs, like loud sighs. And anyways, so I thought it was funny. Like I heard her last night. I used to get annoyed by it. Now I think it's kind of cute because she's like this old nice lady who's been here forever, retired school teacher. She's really cool. But yeah, neighbors are doing well. I'll keep an eye out on Mamba neighbor for you guys to. I need to like come up with more characters on the show. Obviously, the interviews are just not happening right now. But I like to talk about the characters around me, and like there's a fucking fly on or a little bug on my notepad right here. That's funny. It's a little tiny bug. Where do bugs come from? Where do they come from? Because it's like I have all my windows shut right now. It's kind of cold here. And I have screens. Like, I don't know how they get in. But anyways. All right, guys. That's it. Episode 133. We went over my walk through the city, building my immune system, smelling London, smelling the sense of London again. We talked about me researching EV stocks and going back to school, putting myself through stock school. Regularly now, like it's a daily thing I'm into, it's a lot of fun for me. I don't know, I just like to learn something new about it every day, and I feel like the longer I do that, the more in the long run, the more money I'll invest, and you know, my portfolio will keep growing. So there's that. We talked about my current goal of squashing that inner bitch voice and doing hard things no matter what my inner bitch voice says. Because I feel accomplished. After I do something I don't want to do, I feel better about myself. So we're working on that, heavily paying attention to that voice right now. We talked about Biden not taking the Amtrak. We talked about the stimulus, the speech today talking about stimulus, the economy, and the virus. It's going to be pumping a lot of money into this bitch this year. It's going to be interesting to see. And now with the Dems completely controlling everything, I feel like shit's just going to like get passed quickly. And I don't know. We'll see, because I'm not too confident when I say that, but I feel like that makes sense in my head. If they control both the House and the Senate, like Biden's like, we want to do $3 trillion in stimulus. All right, pass. Anyways, so that's about it. That was episode 133. Oh, what did I rant about? Social justice movements, people telling other people how they should feel, and then oppressing them by starting a movement for them in a way, and like fucking what else was I saying? Tim Kennedy. Oh, the troops. Anyways, you guys heard me out, I'm sure, and I'm sure you're like, what the fuck? Or you're like, I don't know. Again, I'm new at podcasting. I'm gonna be new at this for 5 years, and I still struggle with after I say something where I feel like it's, I don't know, maybe controversial, or I didn't maybe say it how I would want to. If I had to, like, if I could go redo it, I probably would. But I'm learning that that's part of podcasting. You say shit and post it, and you learn something about yourself. And it's always fun when you guys DM me and we talk about it or debate about it. I love that. I think it helps me. It probably helps you. And yeah. But I always want to, I can't reiterate enough. I'm not an asshole. I try to be nice, and I have good intentions. I just want to make people, I want to help people become more aware of themselves and step outside the box. And I want to work on that myself, but I want to help people. I want to have conversations about that. Because I think a lot of people are programmed one way, and they don't have self-awareness. They don't understand what they're doing is so ridiculous, and they never self-reflect, and they don't have good reasoning skills with themselves. And so they go through life with this a super, what's the word, dogmatic or super stiff mindset about things. And I don't know. I feel like it keeps people stuck in their own way, and it makes people judgmental and bitter, and I don't know. So anyways, #goals as a podcast host. Okay, fucking A. Happy Thursday. Tune in at 4 p.m. Biden's, he's talking. Will be fun to see what he says. And I'm sure a lot of memes will be out tonight about that. So stay tuned, guys. It's going to be wild. You know, I'm talking about current events because it's current. Or I'm talking about, I guess, more news topics. I'm talking about the news because it's juicy right now. We've got the inauguration in a few days. So anyways, happy Thursday. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Follow me on Instagram. All right. Bye. Love you. Bye.